and good night.
Thanks, Hugh. Good evening and welcome to Look North. Thanks for joining us. Police in London investigating the disappearance of a teenager from Barnsley have arrested 3 men in their 20s on suspicion of kidnap. 13-year-old Carmel Heppy's family reported her missing to South Yorkshire Police in the early hours of Saturday morning. The South Yorkshire force contacted the Met after establishing that she'd caught a train from Barnsley to King's Cross. Now, she's thought to have attended a birthday party and to now be in the company of a man in his 20s. Detectives from the Met are appealing to Carmel to ring 999 or go to a police station. They say they're supporting her family in Barnsley as best they can while they try and find her. Now, a baton of hope is being carried across 12 cities to raise awareness of suicide. It's the biggest killer of under 35-year-olds in the UK. Campaigners want to reduce the stigma around suicide and encourage more people to speak up and get help. The passing of the baton from city to city represents a journey of hope and a community of support. Today, the baton was carried through Sheffield.
We want to change the dialogue, just get people talking, to normalise conversations, because stigma thrives where there is silence, and this is something that's been brushed under the carpet for too long.
I was flattered to actually do this alone. I think conversation is so important for both men and women, boys and girls. They need to be able to be comfortable speaking about how they feel, for it not to get to this stage. You know, I see many people around. Former Sports Minister Richard Cabourn, a great inspiration to me, being a Sheffield lad as well. But I think it's so important.
Now, plans have been revealed for Sheffield's former John Lewis building. There was upset in the city when it closed its doors in 2021, and people have been waiting ever since then to hear what will become of it. Well, this afternoon, the details have been shared. Sheffield City Council have announced it'll be turned into a mixed-use space. It's going to host retail, leisure, cafes and workspaces, all in the Grade 2 listed building.
I'm really pleased that we've taken this decision today, because this is very much a scheme in line with the way in which city centres are today. City centres are increasingly destinations for meeting, for eating, for drinking, and yes, for shopping, but also working. And in the proposal that we've got from Urban Splash, who are our preferred developers, we've got all of that. Their proposal is mixed use, and it means that this building, this fantastic, much-loved building at the centre of Sheffield, will once again become a destination for people in Sheffield to come and enjoy, and also we want to attract people from further afield as well.
Now, a couple from South Yorkshire who set up the charity Gambling with Lives were awarded MBEs at Windsor Castle today. Charles and Liz Ritchie set up the charity in 2018 following the death of their 24-year-old son Jack from a gambling-related suicide. He'd been drawn into gambling on highly addictive machines while he was still in school. Their charity provides support and raises awareness of the devastating effects of gambling disorders.
The award is recognition by the government and by the state of just how dangerous gambling is and how action is needed now. And although the award is coming to Liz and I, we fully recognise that it's due to the work of so many families and so many other campaigners.
And we speak with Jack's voice because he's not here, on behalf of all the people who have died, so all the bereaved families.
Now, a group of deaf children from Leeds have taken to the stage tonight to perform in their first musical concert. The Moralton Primary School pupils, all of whom have hearing loss, only started learning their brass instruments in January last year. Well, tonight they joined deaf and hearing performers from across Leeds, and it's hoped the event will showcase what deaf people are capable of in music.
I'm feeling very excited and nervous.
I'm really excited to perform. I've never performed before. And every time I've grown up, I've not performed before, so I'm really excited. I'm a little bit embarrassed though, because everybody might be looking at me.
I think we all sound very good together, and I think they all know what they're doing.
Oh, I hope it went well. The comedian and presenter behind the iconic Keith Lemon is returning to Yorkshire for his first ever tour. Lee Francis is set to perform at venues in Sheffield, Halifax, York and Bradford as part of his My First Time tour. The character, Keith Lemon, was actually inspired from Lee's real-life Yorkshire friend, who'll be in the audience. The comedian says he can't wait to return to his Yorkshire roots.
It's just, it's nice hearing so many northern accents. I don't feel like the odd one out anymore. So yeah, going to Leeds, it'll be wonderful, and I'm sure I'll have lots of friends there who will be heckling me, which will be fun.
Right, that takes us to the weather. Here's Keely.
Hello there, good evening. It won't be as muggy or as humid tomorrow, but it will be brighter. There'll be some spells of sunshine around, and for most places, most of the day will be dry. And most of the day on Friday will be dry as well. Later in the day, this warm front will spread eastwards, bringing some rain into the weekend, but the weekend itself looks largely fine. So we've got these outbreaks of rain. They're gradually going to move away eastwards, clearing skies behind them, and temperatures falling back to around 12 or 13 degrees. So a bright start, plenty of sunshine tomorrow, and we'll keep the sunny spells, but the cloud will bubble up. So there'll be partly cloudy skies, sunny spells through tomorrow, and you can see just the odd shower knocking around tomorrow. But for most places, most of the day, it will be dry and a fresher feel to things. I think it'll feel warm in the sunshine, but it won't be as humid, and temperatures won't be as high. We'll get up to around 19 or 20 degrees. A bright start to Friday, but clouding over from the west. There will be rain, but it won't be until later in the day. The weekend, there'll be a few showers, but also some spells of sunshine, and it'll be breezy.
Thanks very much, Keely. Right, Claire will be back, of course, tomorrow from 6:25, but from the late team, it's good night.